Today we're going to be talking about how to prep for a water fast. We're missing a piece of the puzzle. You start getting healthy. I'm Chris James, and you're watching A Healthy Alternative. Today we're going to be talking about how to prep for a water fast. We're missing a piece of the puzzle. You start getting healthy, and you just become a better person. You start focusing more on the individual. So today I just wanted to go over how to prep for a water fast because we've been doing this 21-day challenge for the past couple of months. I am seeing how so many people, although you all have been following the channel for a while, by the way, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and everything else, all right? But you all have been watching for a while, but somehow some of the fundamental parts of what we teach are missed, probably because they're not the most flashy videos in the world. So we're seeing the benefit of people paying attention to the prep process. So I decided today we're going to kind of break it down, and I'm going to keep this one short. So number one, when you're looking to prep for a water fast, what you want to do is focus on hydration. Hydration is the key to cellular detoxification as well as, your overall weight loss, right? So if you're fasting for the purposes of weight loss, this is very important. If you're fasting for the purposes of reversing a disease, this is very important. If you're fasting because you have low energy or cognitive issues, this is as a matter of fact, no matter what, hydration is important. So we have learned through, being conditioned that we are supposed to drink our water. That is the primary way that we typically drink water. What I want you all to do is focus on not just drinking your water, but eating your water as well. You've heard this a million times before, but the way that you get the most optimal water is by either eating it or you can add plant material to your water. So this is where infused water would come in really, really handy. So the way you infuse water is you get your favorite, fruit, whatever, vegetable, or whatever case may be. It could be mint, it could be cucumber, it could be key lime, which is probably what I would recommend, key lime. And you slice it up and you let it steep, cold steep in water for about 4 hours. This is going to help to restructure the water, clean it, and also make it more hydrating for the body. You can also do the sun water technique, which I have talked about many, many times. That's where you basically start with a pure base of water, so distilled water or even reverse osmosis. You could do it with spring water, I guess, and you're going to put it outside in a clear glass jar, and you're going to let it sit for a minimum of 4 hours if you have direct sunlight, or 8 hours if you have like a cloudy day. And then you can leave it outside for up to 2-3 days, no problem. I have my water on a 3-day cycle. So that's also going to help to make the water more hydrating for you. Ultimately, if you eat your water, meaning watermelon, apples, peaches, plums, or cucumbers, for example, bell peppers, things with a lot of water content, you're going to get a much better result because plants readily make cellular water, and cellular water is what hydrates you. Okay. So if you've ever just drank a gallon of water, let's say over the period of like 2 hours, you've noticed that you're just constantly running to the bathroom. Understand you are peeing all of that water that you drank out. So it's not actually absorbing into you. It's just simply flowing through you. Okay. So step 2 to your prep. Okay. You want to skip breakfast. This is very important. They tricked us. They told us breakfast was the most important meal of the day, and it's actually the most detrimental meal of the day. Based on the body's circadian rhythm, when you first wake up in the morning, you are in your elimination cycle. That's why when you very first wake up, you go and you have yourself a pee, you have yourself a little bowel movement, or at least you probably should. And then, of course, you've been expelling toxicity all night through the breath. And so that's going to continue to happen until about noon. Okay. That's the typical cycle from 4 o'clock to noon, if I'm not mistaken. So what happens here is we wake up first thing in the morning, we grab breakfast, we're going to grab eggs, we're going to grab toast, we're going to grab a bagel, we're going to grab biscuits, we're going to grab pancakes, then we're going to have meat on it, sausage, ham, turkey, etc. And we're going to have a very heavy meal first thing in the morning, completely disrupting our elimination cycle. When you're looking to prep for a fast, you got to cut that stuff out. Why? Because there's a chemical that is created, it is produced, it's manufactured in preparation for you eating called ghrelin. This chemical is also connected to the hunger pangs that you typically feel when you're fasting or even just throughout the day. Okay. It is not a signal telling you it's time to eat. It is actually your body preparing for you to eat. So if you change the frequency at which you eat as you prepare for your fast, guess what? The body stops producing that chemical. So it's very important that you take some, 4 or 5 days ahead of time, stop eating breakfast. I genuinely think that breakfast is just detrimental, period. I think we should just stop eating it. Next, I want you all to focus on eating your largest meal closer to noon. Once again, we've been bamboozled, hoodwinked. Okay. The idea that we should eat our larger meal at night is probably one of the most detrimental habits we have. Eating your larger meal towards noon provides a couple different things. It allows you way more time to digest your food before you move into the next phase, the next circadian rhythm. But also the sun helps you metabolize food. So eat your larger meal closer to noontime. Doesn't have to be exactly at noon, but between 12 and 4. And then if you can even eat it outside, that's better. Then you eat a smaller meal in the evening. This is an excellent way to prepare for your fast. And once again, throws the body off of its typical rhythm, which is always good. And then of course, you'll get better digestion overall. The next thing that you want to focus on as you prepare for your fast is portion control. Now, typically what I say is this isn't probably a traditional portion control because I'm not asking you to necessarily give up the foods that you typically eat. But what I'm saying is I want you to cut the portion sizes in half and then replace the half portion of the bad food that you took out of your plate for that evening. And I want you to put, some good stuff on there, some fresh, some raw food. So that could be a raw pasta made from zucchini or squash and maybe some nut sauce or something like that. Or it could be a medley of quinoa and bell peppers and Swiss chard. I mean, it could be many different things, right? So, if, for example, if you have a full plate of Alfredo that you would typically eat with 2 slices of garlic bread, and that would be a normal meal for you would literally cut that portion size in half, do 1 piece of bread, and then if you needed more fruit, you would do the raw food or the fruits and vegetables, like I mentioned earlier. One other really good trick is to buy those really small plates. They're not the size of saucers. They're bigger than saucers, but smaller than typical size plates. You'll find them at like a buffet or something like that. Okay. This is going to help you because you can't put as much food on your plate, which gives you more time to process what you've eaten in between plates. So I would say give yourself about 30 minutes in between eating food so that your body and mind can connect and process how much you've already eaten. You might find that you're already full and you don't really need any more. Okay. The next thing that I would do is as you move along on this process, I want you to start implementing things like 1 meal a day. Okay. 1 meal a day is a great alternative to traditional water fasting. It allows you a lot of flexibility. 1 meal a day just simply means you're going to eat 1 meal that entire day. That means no snacking in between. And typically when you do 1 meal a day, you don't want to be doing something like coffee or, anything that may detract, right? Like if you have a smoothie or something like that, you don't want to be doing that outside of your eating window. You're literally going to have water all day long. You're going to eat one time, and then you're going to continue having water for the rest of the day. That's how you properly do a 1 meal a day. Typically, your eating window is 1 hour. A lot of people confuse 1 meal a day with intermittent fasting, where they'll give themselves like a 4-hour eating window. And that's just a little bit different. Okay. 1 meal a day is literally, boom, I eat one time that day. I'm not having nuts in between or pretzels or anything of that nature. All right. Now, as you kind of end your prep, what I highly recommend is that you end it with a juice fast. All right. Now, a juice fast is a little bit easier than a water fast, but it's going to help your body get used to subsisting off of liquid versus solid food. This is a great transitional tool. So what I would say is at least for the last 2 days of your prep, so assuming that you're prepping over the period of 1 week, you want to give yourself about 2 days to do a juice fast. So day 6 and day 7, you're doing a juice fast. Now on day 6, you can have any juice you want in any quantity you want. All right. And on the first half of day 7, meaning the first 12 hours of day 7, you can have any juice you want in whatever quantity you want. But when you go to the second half of day 7, so the last 12 hours, right? 24 hours in a day, you split it in half. First 12, have fun. The second 12 hours of day 7, you want to make sure to make green juice only, right? And when I say juice, I'm talking about fresh squeezed juice. So don't be buying Tropicana, Simply Lemon, and those sorts of things. So you're going to have green juice for the last 12 hours, and you can put a lemon in there or a little apple in there if you need to for the taste. But the goal here is to make sure that over that last 12 hours, you eliminate all of the sugar from your system. The way you do that is by not putting it in your system. The main benefit of this is the first 12 to 16 hours of your fast, your body is going to say, let's dump all this sugar. That's one of the first things the body does. So you are aiding the body in preparing for the fast by, that last 12 hours of your prep, you don't take in any sugar. This will help the body. And guess what? It's going to make those first 3 days of the fast, which are really grueling typically, much more easy. It's going to make it much more doable. Okay. So with all that being said, this is the prep. This is the prep I like to teach. I go in a little bit more detail in the 21-day fasting challenge. If you all are interested, I highly recommend you join us. We are
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Excuse the coughing while I was trying to record the video. I hope y'all ain't get it too loud. What the hell did I just do with that? Y'all literally just had a pen in my hand. What's under here? What did I just do with that pen? Oh, here it is. But, yeah, so we preparing for the prep week, y'all. We are preparing for the prep week. That is what's happening next week, y'all. Y'all, I'm going to keep y'all real 100 because, that's what we do over here. If I complete this month in this book, it'd be the first time ever. Like, I'm terrible at this. But, like, one thing I won't quit. I keep starting. Keep starting. One of these times we going to get it right? One of these times we going to get it right. Okay, so this is the month of October. I'm planning it out. Ain't going to overwhelm. We're going to start with the first week. October 2025. And the first is tomorrow. Now, I ordered the machine today. The distilled water machine. It won't be here till Saturday. So, but it's cool. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anyway. 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, so ago. It was 31 days. This first week, from the 1st to the 7th, it'll be prep week. I need some water. It's crazy. Every time you get in front of the camera and get ready to record, you be needing. Been like I got cotton mouth. All right, so this month's goals is to do, altogether this month goal is to do a 21-day water fast. Altogether. That's the ultimate goal. Okay. Next goal is to lose 50 pounds. Don't be laughing at me, y'all. I be trying to remember what the pounds be looking like. All right, LB. Okay. Use 50 pounds. Third goal for the month. Vlogmas. I mean, not Vlogmas, Vlogtober. Oh. Vlogtober. And work on my business. I'm gonna put lose 50 pounds and stretch daily. Cause that's when I want to start like getting back into moving. You feel what I'm saying? I started off walking. It was too much. It was too much on my body. That's why I ended up keep being in so much pain. So what I want to do is start like actively stretching every single morning. It is a stretch video that I like. So, and I have a yoga mat, so we're gonna pull the yoga mat out and start doing some stretching. Vlogtober, and work on becoming a butterfly human design academy. Because I want to be able to launch my business the first week of January. And I got a lot of back work I got to do. Okay. And then we got life balance goals. And if y'all wondering what book, I got this off of Amazon. It's Go Girl planner that I have to get me another one because, matter of fact, I might not. I might take a white out and white out some of these. I ain't use them. Well, it just might do. Okay, hobby, fitness, beauty. I'm sorry, health, fitness, beauty. That's the whole point of this, is doing this. And so the health is fasting. What is it? Eating raw and eating raw for the next 30 days when I do eat, because what we're going to do is fast for 7 days and eat for 2, then fast another 7 days, eat for 2. That is the goal. That is the goal. I gotta do this, y'all. I gotta get this weight off. I gotta get this weight off. But we gonna take 1 week at a time. This is just the overview. It's the part when I start getting overwhelmed. But I gotta write down the major goal. Like, and for what I understand, once you fully get through that first week, it starts to get a lot easier. You know what I mean? So I get through that first week, that first 7 days, I could keep going. I keep going. Fitness, stretching daily. I'm gonna put light workout. I was gonna put light workout because the prep week and the first week of fasting is when I'm really gonna be like doing the stretching. And once I start feeling a lot of this water weight go, I'm gonna start walking. I'm gonna start doing a little bit of strength training. Cause I got I got a bunch of resistant bands, y'all. It's trifling. Go look at some. I got some old videos of like my workout stuff, like in the very beginning. Like I got the equipment. I just gotta stay consistent. That's why I need you guys. And this is why I need y'all to make sure I hold myself accountable. So y'all ask me in the comments like, yo, you work out today? Like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm be dropping pictures in my posts. Like, you know, we gonna do this. We gonna do this. And beauty, self-care on the 12th. Y'all know how it is. My birthday, June the 12th. So the 12th every month is self-care day. All right, so family, friends, romance. I ain't ready for no relationship, but I moved here. I moved to Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, to be around my family and spend more time with my family, and I do. I spend a nice amount of time with them. It could be more in some things, but they go out and do a lot of things that consist of spending money, and that's not where I'm at right now. But I do spend time with my family, so just remember to call. That's my. I don't remember to like to call people. Call a family member once a week. Okay. Spiritual personal growth. Yes, meditating daily. And I need to read more. I only like reading motivational books. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Fun, recreation, and hobbies. I'm gonna give me a diamond paint. Do diamond painting. That's what I want to do. And they're not that expensive. I need to get me one diamond painting to get started. All right, guys. So that is me doing the calendar. And all right, so let me mark in here. Matter of fact, there you go. Boom. So we'll be going mark it in prep week. Pink. So first week is prep week. I'm probably doing the most, but it helps me. The last day of the prep week is the 7th. Okay, and he said by the 6th and the 7th, juice only. All right, so, and we're going to wait until next Tuesday. We're going to sit down, and because, the first starts in the middle of the week, our week will be starting from Wednesday. All right, so next Wednesday will be my first full day of drinking nothing but water all day long. All day long. All right, you guys. We're going to do this. Oh, also tomorrow, when I get up, I'm going to weigh myself. Also, we got to find an app. We have to find an app to help track my prep in progress. We're going to talk about what my body is going through as I'm, fasting. Once I start fasting, there's plenty of apps that track the time that you're fasting, and it'll tell you what is happening during your body to your body at that time on that day. So yeah, I'm taking y'all with me on this journey. This is not the first time I did this, and I want it to be successful this time. I don't want it to be the last time, but I want to be able to beat this thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm stronger than what I tell myself, and I'm always telling other people that they're stronger than they believe. And at some point, I got to put that shit in me as well, And I do that with me with a lot of stuff, but there are big things such as this that, it'd be real difficult. You know what I mean? But, I'm not going to look at it. And that's another thing. I had to work on the words that I say behind it. Like, this is not going to be difficult. This is going to be, rewarding. It's going to be successful, on the other end of this. Oh, so let me tell you, if I complete this at the end of the month, I complete the entire cycle and I lose 50 pounds, I'm going to get me an ice machine. Yes, I'm going to get me an ice machine. I found one that I wanted. By me not eating out and, certain things, like if I don't eat out and I don't buy junk and all the other shit that I'll be buying, I will have the money to be able to get me an ice machine. And so I'm going to be really excited about that. So yeah, because you got to reward yourself. Not to mention to see, like, I'm excited to see where my YouTube channel is going to be at the end of October. And me recording this process on a daily and uploading every single day, I am really curious to find out what's going to happen. Because the goal, okay? So it's to get that 1,000 subscribers before December, before 2026 come in. That is the goal. I know it's a big one, but you know what? I believe I can do it. I believe we can do it. We can do it, okay? So make sure y'all watching my videos all the way to the end. All right? And I love you so much. I so appreciate you guys. I want to thank you for taking this journey with me. I love each and every one of y'all. And always remember, nothing in life is what? Happening to you, but it's happening for you, and it's happening for your greatness, baby. All right, guys. So butterflies. Before we squat out, let me show y'all. This the plan. This what we got down so far. This what it is. All right. I'm excited. I am. I'm excited. And I believe that I can do this. I believe that I can do this. Okay? I can do this, period. I'm going to leave a link to a healthy alternative in the description of the channel. You can go over there and check it out. He have a much longer video with a lot more details about prep week that I probably will be watching tonight and this week. Right now, tomorrow is just cutting out breakfast. hopefully, if everything work out tomorrow, I'll be able to go to the market tomorrow. If everything work out like I'm hoping it is, I'll be able to go to the market tomorrow. But um, right now, I'm just drinking faucet water. It's so nasty. I'm gonna keep drinking this faucet water till my distilled water come. Um, Not letting that stop anything. I do got lemons in the refrigerator, so I have a another cup like this. Matter of fact, the big boy. We just gonna cut up them lemons tonight and fill it up with some water. Put them in the refrigerator, and we gonna get to starting on this water. Okay. I got some chia seeds. It's a different video that he talks more about like what you can use to help hydrate the water even more. Because he just was talking about the fruit and how eating your water is even better. Putting chia seeds in there hydrates it even better, so that it's kind of like drinking your water as well, and it absorbs into your cells better, help you be a lot more fuller. So we gonna do this. We gonna do this. All right, all right, all right, all right. Nothing life is happening to you, but everything is happening for you. It's happening for you. Greatness. I love you so much. Butterflies, squad out.